Good morning. It is Tuesday, December the 5th. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and it's good to have you with us this morning. Nice little cool, crisp morning out there. Perfect December weather, and it's supposed to be this way for the next few days. At least that's what they're saying, but who knows? It's Houston weather, right? My co-host this morning, Diana Guerrero Burgos from the Southeast College. Good to see you, Diana. How you liking the weather right now?
Oh my goodness, good to see you, Todd. It is an amazing weather here in Houston, although I don't like the cold and it's kind of chilly out there. So I'm wearing my turtleneck, as you can tell, but it's still a very festive
Yeah.
color. I was planning to go to the Chancellor's celebration at District, but here we are working hard.
That's right. We were talking about that before the show started, and yeah, we're working. So we send our best wishes to the chancellor and her holiday party that she's having right now. Hey, we want to thank everyone watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every morning that HCC is in session, live at 10 a.m. And Diana, they can catch us anytime in social media and on our cable channel.
You're absolutely right, Todd. We are live on Houston Community College District Facebook page. Don't go to HCC, go to Houston Community College District and YouTube. We're also on X, formerly known as Twitter, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. Todd, they can find us anywhere.
That's right. No excuse not to watch. Okay, we've got a big show today, Diana. It's Tasty Tuesday. We'll get to that in a moment. But we're also going to be talking about construction management, the overview straight from the Architectural Design and Construction Center of Excellence. Michael Ross joins us. He's the department coordinator. Good to see you, Mike. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to have this opportunity to show everybody or tell everybody what we're all about. I appreciate it very much.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing. We know construction is hot in Houston. It looks like it's going to continue that way. So we want to hear more about the careers. All right, stick around, Michael. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Okay, we're going to kick things off. It's Tasty Tuesday. We have a local bakery getting ready for the holidays, especially one that starts on Thursday. Bobby Jucker returns to the show. He's the co-owner of the Three Brothers Bakery and our Tasty Tuesday guest. Welcome to the show, Bobby. You know, I was just at your location off of Washington on, I believe it was Saturday night, picked up a few things as a night snack.
Well, thank you for shopping at Three Brothers, and thank you for having me on your show today. Very excited.
Absolutely. We're looking forward. We want to hear about all the holidays, and Thursday is the start of a special one. Tell us about Hannukah, including its history and the meaning.
So Hannukah is the celebration of lights. It is a commemoration for the destruction of the temple and a little drop of oil that lasted 8 days, which it should have lasted a day, and it lasted for 8 days, which was a miracle. So that's the short version.
And from what I understand, it's gift giving for 8 days straight. Is that correct?
My kids say so, but it kind of turned into that in the early 1900s. They made it into more of a celebration type of holiday. And that's kind of how the gifts started.
And you have some special sweet treats, but there's a donut, a special donut. Maybe you can tell us about the pronunciation of that.
So the donut is called soufganiot, and it is a donut that is filled, and we make them with chocolate fudge inside, raspberry, strawberry, lemon, and blueberry. So those are very popular for Hannukah, and I don't want to say, but ours are the best. So,
well, you also have another treat, which I've never had before. I'm going to stop by and get some of these. It's more of a savory dish: potato pancakes.
Well, we don't actually make potato pancakes, but a lot of people do have them. And, that's one of the celebrations of this holiday is the frying of using the oil, which commemorates the oil that was from the destruction of the temple, that we fry the donuts in the oil and we also do the pancakes in the oil. So that's kind of like a take on that.
I got you.
They're called
What about the Hannukah bear? There's a Hannukah bear, and there's a significance to a coin on his belly.
You usually give some type of coin, or when you play the dreidel. So they have these dreidels that have different letters on them, and it's a game of you win, you lose, you give back, you get half from the dreidel. So they normally would play with coins. It's called gelt.
Gelt. Okay. And what other type of Hanukkah treats do you guys have? Cakes, sugar cookies? What other things can people stop by and pick up to celebrate the holiday?
We make cookies with different themes that are Hanukkah. We have sugar cookies that are Hanukkah related. We also have pedophores, cupcakes. We make some cakes, and we make some gingerbread houses that are decorated for Hanukkah. So we have quite a few items that are related to Hanukkah.
And you have was it a white winter gingerbread house? Tell us about those. Are those for sale or for display?
We have them for sale. We also have them where you can make some at home, so you can actually use your creative skills and make it the way you like it. So we have them both ways. So you can come in and grab a house to take home and decorate, or you can grab a house that's already decorated.
Now, I know we've had your wife on the show several times, and you guys had a connection to HCC, I think a business plan competition several years ago. But tell us a little bit, for those who aren't familiar with the history of Three Brothers Bakery, tell us a bit about that.
So the history of Three Brothers, I'm the fifth generation in the bakery business. Three Brothers was started almost 200 years ago in Poland. My dad and his two brothers started Three Brothers Bakery here in the United States in 1949. The history is that, my dad at a very early age and his brothers learned the bakery business. There was a strike in Poland, and then the Holocaust occurred, and my dad and his two brothers and sister were in concentration camps. Once they got out of the concentration camps, they came here to the United States, and the only thing they really knew how to do was the bakery business. So they started Three Brothers Bakery, and a small little bakery was Meshcat Bakery on Holman, which is right across the street from HCC, and which is now HCC. But it was right across from Beth Israel, which was the synagogue, which is one of the buildings at HCC. And from there, they moved to Almeda. And from Almeda, they moved to Braeswood, which is our main location. So we have three other stores now. One off of Shepherd and Washington, Chimney Rock and Woodway, and Memorial City. We have those three stores also. So
and I've got to give a plug for your chocolate pecan pie, because that's my favorite. That's what I got the other day, and I picked up some cookies as well. And y'all also have something called a pedophore, which you don't find at a lot of bakeries. And those are, if you've never had one of those, they're like little mini cakes. Those are incredible as well.
Thank you. Yes, we have those, and they're decorated for all seasons. We have them right now for Hanukkah, but we do them for Christmas and Easter, and we have them all year round, pretty much. And one of the things that we are really famous for is our gingerbread men. And we have those decorated for the holidays also, which we just had a customer send out almost 100 packages of a dozen each all across the United States. So we ship all over. They're great. We also have a stuffed little animal it's a gingerbread man that we've made that is ready online, and you can also get it in store also.
Well, folks, I'll warn you, when you go in the store, have your sights set on something, but be prepared to pick up a few extra things because you're going to see a lot of things that are certainly tempting. Bobby Jucker, co-owner of Three Brothers Bakery. Thank you for joining us, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys again soon during these holidays.
Well, thank you, Todd, and love being on your show. Just have us back anytime.
We appreciate it. We certainly will. And we'll have all the information in our social media post after the show where you can find Three Brothers Bakery. Thanks. Take care, Bobby.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, Diana. I don't know if you've been by there, but boy, if you do, you got to get some of the chocolate pecan pie.
Let me tell you something, Todd. I try to avoid bakeries as much as I can because you're absolutely right. Once I go in there, I want to take the whole store.
Yeah, well, this is, I got to say, that was the first time I've been in a bakery, I think, in the last year. Seriously, because I don't really buy many sweets, but like, let's do it, Saturday night. So there you go.
Well,
all right, Diana, I'm going to
my way.
Definitely stop on by. All right, I'm going to turn things over to you. And I know you're going to be talking architecture and construction.
Absolutely. I'm so excited about this guest. And we've had this guest before on the show. And it's one of I love the COE because it is happening here in Houston. I mean, construction is just all over the place. And I want to introduce to everyone Michael Ross, Department Coordinator of Architecture and Construction Management Technology here at HCC. Welcome back to the show, Mike. I'm so excited to have you and have an opportunity to talk to you about some of the amazing things your program is doing here at HCC.
Well, it's hard to follow a bakery, but I do an analogy. I guess I can do it with bakery. The cake in this case would be the building. And there's a lot of ingredients that go into a building. And most people take it for granted. But HCC does not. In their construction coordination program, we take all the variables, everything from cost, everything from materials, everything from methods, et cetera, go down the list. It's a very regulated environment, i.e. building codes, zoning codes, health codes, et cetera. And what HCC does is offers the students the perspective of taking them from concept to completion, putting the parts together in an regulated environment, which you're normally controlling millions of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, because construction is all around, as you said, Diana, but it is also very expensive. It's a very risky, expensive process if you've never been through it. But HCC offers that in two aspects. One is an associate's degree and one is a certificate. Okay, both of them take you through the process. Obviously, the associate's degree takes approximately 2 years, whereas the certificate takes 1 year. Now, the thing is, most of that relative to construction management in I want to say real world, it takes you through real world because I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but I've got 40 years experience in the real world. I am a licensed architect. I have an MBA and I've been an educator for several years. Mostly I started out part-time and then I've transitioned to full-time. But I take real life experience and give the student a perspective from a general construction purview. In other words, and I use the analogy, you're the band director. Someone has to put the parts and pieces and know the process. There's a bunch of checks and balances. The programs offer that. This different classes, you might say, offered everything from scheduling, cost control, materials, methods, codes, everything you'll find. But from a general construction perspective, you got to know how to put it together. The trades are one thing. They're parts and pieces. And it's fascinating because someone has to be, like I said, the band director. Someone has to be the quarterback to set a goal. And your goal is to get that building built. Now, it's not as simple as just getting it. Ideally, it's setting it on the track, knowing how to run the train and avoiding all the pitfalls along the way, including all the regulatory environments that you have to deal with along the way. But that's what HCC. I tell the students, I said, look, if you're not totally bought into the situation, I always encourage them to at least take a year in go through the certificate program. And if it's something that you want to go on further, it can be transferable. You step into the associate's degree. And then even before that, I say, look, if you really want to go on, it's a stepping stone, okay, to a higher degree. Please check out places where you'd like to go and make sure the courses are transferable before you take a step in that right direction. But for the most part, what you're going to learn is on a level of a assistant project manager as a step, because see what happens in construction, rather than formal education process, like for instance, and I always use the example, if you were going into the medical field, okay, they place a huge factor on your degree. In other words, where you stand, all that stuff, okay? Same with the legal field. They place a huge burden in on your degree, whereas construction is a little bit different, because construction is more based on not high degrees, but on performance. See, because I've known a lot of people, because people might poo-poo, oh, it's just a associate's degree, or it's just a certificate. But let me tell you, performance outshines a degree in the construction business. And
so let me go in there and interrupt you for a second, because you have said something. You've said many important things, but something that caught my attention, and two things that caught my attention. First, you said real world experience.
Yes.
You're bringing the experience into the field that the students are studying. So
yes.
You are a professional in your field. And I wanted to kind of touch on that for a second, because you are an expert and you have the experience in architecture, but
yes.
how about the engineering part of the program? Because I believe this program also touches a little bit of engineering. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mike.
No. You're correct. See, like I mentioned before, there's so many variables that go together. Yes. You got to know how to piece this together. If you're a band director, you don't have to be an expert at every instrument. You got to know each instrument to a degree and how to harmonize and put it together. A building mainly is bricks and sticks, and I'm simplifying. And the engineering side of it usually is what they consider MEP. That's mechanical, electrical, plumbing. Then you get into structural, and then you get to civil. Mm-hmm. There's each of those engineering processes we go through. There's technology classes where I take students, or we take students from foundation, actually the soil, foundation, all the way through the final, including mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So at the end of the day, the whole point is to give you an overview of each, and then you can hire the different trades, as well as if you can get more extensive in any of the applications if you want, but that's not your job. Your job is to be the band director, to understand the trades, understand how they go together, because there's always a gray area in between. It becomes a gray area. When you're the band director, you're out in front of everybody. You see the freight train before it hits you. You anticipate things before they happen. You're in the mix with the local authorities as far as the building codes, and then for inspections and all the stuff it takes. Because people, think about it a second. People spend, we do, the earth does. We spend so much time as humans in some kind of facility. But how many of those people know how that facility got there? See? And we take you from concept, just an idea, financial aspects. When we look at a site, we don't look at, oh, the view is beautiful, let's buy it. There's all kinds of issues, from flooding to utilities, everything, what kind of soil, what kind of foundations, all the way through the final building certificate of occupancy. So
with that certificate of occupancy, I can't talk today. Oh my God. You have to have an inspection. So how does the program itself teaches the students about the building inspections? Because I think that's also very important. And you mentioned that.
Yeah, there's two sides of that coin. There's plan review and there's inspections. Mm-hmm. See, when you pull a general building permit, okay, all it does is put you on a radar screen in the plan reviewers get a hold of your plans, their job is to look at a code. There's several different codes, and to say, yes, we believe it meets the codes. They give you a building permit. Once you get the building permit, then the trades and mechanical, electrical, plumbing, sprinkler, if you have mag locks, right, pull their own sub permits.
Mm-hmm.
With that in place, they can order inspections. See, there's a whole inspection process, everything from in the ground all the way to the final deal. In each individual trade, such as mechanical, electrical, plumbing, sprinklers, not drywall. Well, drywall is structural, but again, they call for inspections along the way. Okay. And it's a formal process. You can't cover up a wall without inspection, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the ultimate is to get a certificate of occupancy, which the authorities having jurisdictions basically say, we agree, it's ready for occupancy.
And Mike, I think our students also want to know briefly if you have this information. If not, it's okay. We can post it after the show. But probably, how much do these students make after they graduate? Because I think that's everybody's in their field of study. They want to know, once I graduate and I get a job, how much could I make? Okay. Can you talk a little bit about that very briefly? We have a minute or so.
Yeah, sure. Actually, there's two sides of the coin also. There's residential and there's commercial. Generally speaking, the commercial trades, a carte blanche, make higher wages than the residential trades. The residential trades are a lot more competitive, less formal, etc. Now, it varies. We don't have a strong union state, so the hourly wages here would not be competitive with outside where they have heavy union states. And it varies. Painters make different. It's hard to say. And there's residential, there's commercial, but there's also industrial. A lot of people like to compare industrial because they make the highest wages, but they have the highest risk, and the environment is such. Commercial, residential, name a trade, mechanical. Okay, there's different wages. I can give you from a construction standpoint, general construction standpoint, a project manager will make probably in a low range, in an assistant range of maybe 60,000. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I like that number. That's a good number to start with.
Get up into the project management. Yes. I've been there. You make over 100. You make 115,000 and plus minus, depending on your type of project stuff. But it's in the commercial world.
Got it. Well, Mike, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but I can tell you all the information that you've given us is so amazing. And I hope we can invite you back and continue talking about this wonderful field, because it is something that our students do really need to know. And it's happening here in Houston. Construction is super hot. So I want to thank you, Michael Ross, Department Coordinator of Architecture and Construction Management Technology at HCC. We will have all the information after our show. Thank you so much, Mike, again.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you both. We've got some announcements to wrap up before we wrap up today's show. Tonight, there is a concert, Diana, over at Central Campus. It's the Central Chamber Singers, their fall concert tonight. It happens at 7:30 p.m. and it's at the Heinen Theater. It's an ensemble concert led by director Kamala Ross. Go check it out. There is a charge, and we'll have some information in our show. We've also got honors recital as well, which is happening on Thursday.
That is correct, Todd. So we have an honors recital. It's a fall music concert. This is the final concert, showcases select students recommended by private instructors across voice and instrumental disciplines. It's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Thursday, December 7th at the HCC Heinen Theater at our Central Campus. So it's free, guys. Just come in and join us. But registration is encouraged. We will have all the information after the show.
Okay, through the Kaleidoscope Fall Faculty Show, HCC's fashion programs are celebrating their 40th anniversary with a fashion show designed by faculty members, not students. It's the first time they're doing this. 7:30 p.m. this Friday, December the 8th, and it's happening at HCC's Central Campus Harmon building. There is a charge of $25 a ticket, certainly worth it. And check our post after the show. We'll give you all the information and where you can register and get your tickets. And we've also got a dance, boy, they got a lot going on across the district. A dance performance happening at the Northwest College.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so much fun. So this is called A Taste of Dance. Check that title out. I love it. And it's all performed by students, and students will perform solos that they've choreographed, as well as choreography by guest artists. This is going to be Friday, December 8th at 7:30 p.m. at the Northwest Performing Arts Center, Theater 1. So we have all the information after our show. And of course, we have the annual giving campaign. Todd, you and I participate in this. This is so excited. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, it's a perfect time of year to give to our students, and it's a way that you can give them a reoccurring gift through the foundation. If you want more information on that, I Love HCC fundraising campaign, check our post after the show. Registration for the spring's underway. All the options are available right now. Make sure you do it. hccs.edu/apply is the website. All right, wrapping up. Tomorrow is Small Business Wednesday. We've got an HCC Shark Tank winner here. And later this week, we'll feature another student, this one from HCC's EMS program. Diana, thanks for being here this morning.
It's always a pleasure, Todd. Thank you so much for having me. And everyone, go to Three Brothers Bakery. It's awesome.
Check them out. That's right. All right, folks. Thanks for being here. We're live again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.